Have you ever wondered why we remember some things but not others? Previously, you will have learnt about two important types of memory: working memory and long-term memory. In this video, we will explore how knowledge or information gets into and moves between these types of memory. This happens through the processes of encoding, storage, and retrieval.
Abinati is sitting in a physics lesson on electric circuits. His teacher is explaining Ohm's law, which will be covered in next week's test. This verbal explanation is a form of sensory input. This sensory input makes its way into Abinati's sensory memory, where it is held for a few seconds. If Abinati were to be distracted by the soccer trials happening that afternoon, because he'd like to make the first team, then this information would not be attended to, and it would be lost. However, he is determined to pass this test, so he listens intently and makes notes. Because he is paying attention to what his teacher is saying, this knowledge makes its way into his working memory, where a small amount of information can be held for immediate use. Abinati spends the rest of the lesson completing practice questions from his textbook. Had he not taken the time to put this new knowledge into practice, it would have been lost. However, by practicing what he had been taught about Ohm's law, the knowledge is encoded or converted into long-term memory, where it will be stored over an extended period of time. For the next week, he revises Ohm's law every evening after soccer, rereading his notes and practicing past physics papers. This increases how strongly the memory is stored. Had he not continued to review this knowledge, some of it may have been forgotten. On the day of the physics test, Abinati is feeling confident. When he gets to the questions about Ohm's law, he is able to retrieve or recall the relevant knowledge from long-term memory, which brings it back into working memory. When he gets his test back a week later, he is happy to have passed with flying colors.
Well done, Abinati. Now it's time to check your understanding. Give the following questions your best shot, and then we'll review the process of encoding, storage, and retrieval again. In this video, we have explored how knowledge or information gets into and moves between working memory and long-term memory through the processes of encoding, storage, and retrieval. If you wish to go back and revise some of these key ideas, click on a link in the diagram on screen. By understanding these processes, we can use learning strategies to allow us to create memories that are encoded more effectively and stored more strongly. This allows us to retrieve them more easily when we need them.